Hey everybody, it's Tim Hinton, the Beast of the Marching Arts. We are talking about DCI Judging, the upcoming World Judging Symposium. You are going to get a lot out of this conversation, so thank you for watching. Here on the line with me today, Lee Carlson. Lee, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you, Tim. How about you?
I am great. Thank you for being here to have this conversation. And Mike Stone. Mike, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Good to see both of you.
Yeah, appreciate you guys being here. So I got to tell you, Lee, like everybody knows, they're excited that the DCI season is happening, and DCI Judging is also happening. And there's this very cool World Judging Symposium coming up in August that we are here to talk about. And I'm just going to say this, everybody, if you're watching this right now, if you are a judge, and you probably haven't, you're like a band judge, marching band judge especially, you maybe haven't been on the field or judged in a couple of years. You're probably a little rusty. Or if you're somebody that aspires to be a judge one day, you want to find out how they do it and get some great information. Or if you're somebody that has a group that ever gets judged, I mean, that's pretty much everybody. That's pretty much all of us, right? Then there's going to be information at this symposium that you can use that will be really, really helpful. So Lee, tell us about it. When is this happening and what's the idea?
Well, it's going to happen live from Lucas Stadium for 2 days on Friday or Thursday, the 12th of August, and Friday the 13th. We'll be live broadcasting from noon until about 4, and it will be available after the fact for 30 days. So it's going to be an opportunity. The whole genesis of this was back in January when we found out that the judges would not be working. We talked about how to make a situation where we can use this opportunity, because it's hopefully will never happen again. And this is an opportunity to interact, and you'll be able to ask questions, and you're actually going to be doing a little judging. And it's just a comprehensive. We've got the visual captions and the music captions covered. And we're also going to talk about the difference between walking into a gym with a WGI sheet or a local circuit sheet, or walking into a stadium where a sheet that you've maybe not have judged on before, and how you have to adjust to what the criteria on the sheet that you're working with has. So you have to be able to shift gears and understand how each circuit has a little bit of different approach. It's still general effect, it's still visual performance, it's still music, but they attack it a little different. So we're going to go into that a little bit.
Yeah, listen, everybody, we're talking about the World Judging Symposium coming up in August 12th and 13th from DCI. And I mean, this is the big dogs. I mean, I've got two big dogs here on the line with me today. We're really excited. I actually didn't let you guys introduce yourselves. Mike, I'm sure everybody knows who you are, but tell everybody, where you are in the world and what it is that you judge.
I am located in California, and I am mostly an effect judge. I judge for DCI and WGI, and I'm just excited to be talking about drum corps and to see some drum corps in the next few weeks. So I think this is pretty exciting.
Absolutely. And then Lee, of course, you're like a legend in the world of DCI judging, but I didn't let you introduce yourself too. What is your actual title? Is it Grand Poobah of judging? Is that what they call you?
No, it is actually Director of Competition. It changed in January of 2019. We had a Rules Congress, and we reshuffled some of the responsibilities. And at that time, I was Artistic Director. I've still kept those responsibilities, but added Director of Competition on it.
So, wow. So you didn't switch roles, you just added. Okay.
Yeah.
This man is busy, everybody.
Change the title.
No, I love it. I think this is great. And listen, everybody, there's a link right here wherever you're watching this video, there's a link that you can click on to go find out more, see about it, and sign up, hopefully. And the thing I love about this, Lee, is you also said, if I can't for some reason watch live, I'm in the middle of camp with my band or something, I can access this for 30 days after the fact. Is that right?
Yeah, on demand, you can access it.
I think we lost Lee. Lee, are you still with us, buddy?
30 days after the fact.
There you go.
So
very good, very good. So I think we're having a little bit of connection issues with Lee. I'm sure he'll be right back. Mike, you're while this thing is going on, you are doing a session with NOLA. You want to talk about what that is?
Yeah, we're pretty excited. Noel and I have done this in the past, and we basically talk about the general effect caption. And I think a lot of people have their own ideas of what effect is, and I hope we can cover together some of the myths behind effect and some of the real things that are covered in that caption. And we're even going to lay over some commentary from some outstanding judges on top of some videos, so people can really see and hear what we talk about during the show, and how much preparation actually goes into preparing for being an effect judge.
I think that that's really interesting to me, because I think that we are all trying to make our shows really effective, but sometimes we're like, our scores maybe aren't what we thought they should be, or we're not sure what the judges are looking for, or even just how to make it more effective. So can you give me an example? Putting you on the spot now, everybody. I didn't worry about this. Can you give me an example of either something that's a myth that's really not true, or a nugget for somebody that might be the kind of thing you're going to be talking about that day?
I think the biggest myth is that everybody thinks, I shouldn't say everybody, a lot of people think that when the crowd goes wild, that must be the best show. That must be the most amazing, effective show. It's not always the case. I think you have to really dig a little bit deeper outside of maybe that very common emotional adrenaline effect. And there's a lot of other things that play into it, intellectually, emotionally. It may be something very subtle that is really just as effective as that big push toward the front. So we're just going to talk about some things like that, and make sure that everybody understands it's not always the audience favorite maybe that's going to be the big effect winner. So there's a lot of things to dig into musically, visually, intellectually, and we hope we can cover some of those things with together with Nola.
I'm glad that you mentioned. I love that you mentioned that, because I like a show that makes me feel smart. Like that to me is very effective. Like I always say that all the time. Like, I get to figure out, oh, there that thing is, or oh, suddenly I understand how this all fits together. I love when that happens in a show. That is effect to me as much as a big, flag hit or company front or something. Lee, you were going to say, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Well, one of the myths is that I feel is that a lot of times, not so much the instructors, because they understand it also, though they don't appreciate it sometimes. We're on your team. The judges are trying to help give them information to help improve the show and improve the kids and their performance level. So instead of looking at, the unit on the field and the judges, it's for that 15 minutes, we are a member of the staff, and we're there to make sure that, we give enough information that we can help. And there are 3 levels of judging: the teacher, counselor, critic thing that Shirley Whitcomb came up with years ago, and it's still in effect. And we're going to talk about the different ways, different way that you can approach a younger group, a mid-experience group, and then the top groups. How those the dialogue changes, but it doesn't walk away from the criteria ever. So you're always based on the criteria, but your approach is going to be somewhat different. And that's something I don't think people understand, that we really look at it from the judge's perspective as being a member of the staff. I mean, to be able to get on, to look at the core and say, I'm with you here, and I'm on a staff that there's no way I can do a lot, but I'm going to be there and do the best that a judge can do to give them information to, and it may spark a conversation that they hadn't thought of, that type of thing. So it's just a matter of, judges are real people, and we love what we do. And it's a matter of joining the team for 15 minutes. And the same thing with marching band or any of the winter indoor activities. So.
Yeah, I love that idea. And, Lee, I'll have to admit that I am such an old dog. I've been around such a long time that I remember way back when the tick system I marched when the tick system was around, and the judge was sort of seen as an adversary.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I love the fact that we have to constantly remind people the judge is on your side. Your judge wants to give you points. The judge wants you to succeed. And I love that you mentioned you want your commentary, anything you can say to those students and to that staff, to help them improve. So judges are here to help us. But Mike, you guys have to know a lot. Like, I know, talking to 2 of the giant DCI judging brains here, but anybody that's doing any kind of adjudication, you have to know a lot to be able to give them the right information.
I think so. I think we do a lot of preparation. The course sometimes can provide us with some information on their source music, and some information about their concept. But we do a lot of preparation on our own. You know, we continually educate ourselves with theater and art and music, and those kind of things can help us be better judges and do our best for the corps, and really marching bands as well.
Yeah, I love it. So again, as we said, everybody, we're talking about the World Judging Symposium. This is happening August 12 and 13 in Indy. Now, Lee, you can do it live in Indy or online. Is that right?
Yes. Well, it's going to be on it. Some people didn't read everything. It's not going to be available for people in the stadium unless they want to tune in. It's not like we're getting, thousands of people together and a box, but it will be all online. And it's going to give them the opportunity, which has never happened before, is to see from the judge's perspective, from where we judge in one of the suites on the suite level, and they'll be able to see exactly what we see. That's one of the things too that we sometimes joke about, that we are so privileged to be able to do this, and we have the best seats in the house. So there are advantages.
That's awesome. Okay, so everybody, wherever you're watching this, there's a link to you can click on, go find out more about it, hopefully sign up. I think this is going to be really cool. It's going to give us all behind the scenes look. Like I said, if you are a judge and you want to get tuned up and you want to find out how the best in the business do it at DCI, then this is a great opportunity. If you're an aspiring judge, especially, wow, you can really get a great head start, learn a lot this time, see who these people are, see these great presentations. And of course, like I said, if you are somebody that's group gets judged, then you need to know what they're doing, what they're looking for, how it works, how their system works, and also it'll give you a better idea of sort of the world of judging. Mike, as we're wrapping this up, what would you want to say to somebody about the value of this event, or anything about yourself as a judge?
Well, I'm excited about the people that are presenting. It's not just some of the judge liaisons. It's a lot of people that judge in pageantry across the country, across the world, really. And their information is amazing. I learn from them every day. And I would say, like you said, Tim, it's not just for judges. If you are a staff instructor, marching instructor, drum instructor, whatever it might be in pageantry, band, winter guard, drum corps, get on this thing. I think it'll be valuable. And we're excited to do it for the country, and really for the country. So it's pretty amazing, and I think it's going to be fantastic.
And when you tune on in that day, everybody, you can say, "Oh, there's Lee and there's Mike. I know them from that very interesting conversation they had with Tim on Facebook and on YouTube." But seriously, I think it's a great opportunity. I really love that if for some reason you're busy and you can't watch it live, that's okay. The recording's going to be there. You can watch it whenever you want to for the next 30 days. That is great. Lee, what do you want to say as we're wrapping this up about this whole thing? I think what a great opportunity.
Oh, I think it is too. And even for college students that are going to become band directors, if you're a junior or senior in college and you know you're going to be a band director, this will give you an opportunity to get the information you need to be able to compete on your first year. And it'll help you understand the system, how we, and we're going to even go to the point of looking at a recap and understanding how to read a recap, because a lot of people think I took third place, I should be third across from every judge. And that's not the case at all. It's the way all the pieces of the puzzle fit together to create the score that you're going to be given. So I think it's a great opportunity. And Tim, we'd like to thank you for your help in this as well. One of the reasons that we are going to have the 30-day delay is we've got friends in across the world. I know we've got people from Indonesia and Japan and Europe that are going to be able to, some were going to say, "Oh, I have to take a day off work." And it's like, no, you don't. You just, look at that. So yeah. I think it's a great opportunity for anybody that's interested in, even a parent. How did how did it come up that my son's marching band ended up in fourth when I think they should have won? It's that type of thing.
Yeah, and of course it is Drum Corps International. So there are people all over the world that are a part of this, that Absolutely. Are marching, that are judging the whole thing. So yeah, Lee, I love that you said that. And I that's what's so interesting to me. As soon as I heard that you're doing this, first off, I was like, okay, well, this is really amazing that these judges at the very top of our activity are going to all this trouble to create this, put this presentation together, really let us get in there behind the scenes. I think this is extraordinary. And that's why I got all excited. I'm like, well, how can I help get the word out about this? Because I think it's so amazing. But I think that I can't think of anybody that's connected with the marching world that wouldn't think this is interesting. You know what I mean? Like you said, even a parent, the bus driver, like everybody, whoever it is in your organization, everybody wants to know how this works. Let's demystify it a little bit. Let's get in there and find out.
Exactly.
And just like at Marching Arts Education, where we say, okay, here are the very top, we're trying to get the very top people to share with you. Well, that's what this is. This isn't like somebody off the street, everybody. This is like the top people in the whole world of judging. So I love it. Mike and Lee, I can't wait to watch and see what's going to happen in August. Everybody follow the link here where this is for the World Judging Symposium. Find out more, sign up. I love it.
Well,
Mike,
and there's a student price, so they get a break.
Say that again.
There is a student break price, so they get a break.
That's right.
Even better. Well, Mike, you and Lee, you guys are in California, so you're just starting your day when you're recording this. Thanks for having this conversation with me this morning.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see it. Everybody go to the link, check it out. If you know somebody that could benefit from this, which is pretty much everybody you know, then you let them know that it's happening. Mike and Lee, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.